Nhi, the celestial pet, lives up to his reputation. A battle of divine beings erupts. Three sages break the rules and intervene. For this was meant to be a clash between NữOa and Adong. Little did they know Nhi would seize the chance to battle in the mortal realm. But alas, Nhi was no match for Adong. Brutally dissected before all. At this moment, Adong believes he has unraveled the kitchen god's secrets. But in truth, it was all part of the sage's grand scheme. Then a heavenly voice rings out. The celestial realms have been invaded. I wander the divine kingdoms. It scoffs. Adong's dream shatters. And he prepares to unleash his rage. But an excruciating pain pierces his brow. Then another thunderous voice booms. Nhi, you were once the pearl reborn. Your current form constrains your true power. Let your fire spirit be free. Awaken at once. Raging flames engulf this realm before Adong's eyes. Nhi is reborn amidst the inferno, shedding his childlike bravery. His eyes blaze, striking and extraordinary. He opens his eyes, revealing 3 heads and 6 arms. With a casual wave, his reach spans 800 miles. A simple pinch, and all illusions are shattered into oblivion. I cannot help but admire the great deity of the 3 realms, heavens, earth, and waters. Deity of the great gathering means boundless divine power. This is the true Nhi. One word, and you're floored? Yet Adong still underestimates Nhi. Instead, he turns to the voice from the heavens, hatred in his eyes. Fear still lingers. But he chooses to face it. O hidden celestial friend. Since you can meddle in this battle, why not come down here? Upon these words, the audience recalls that earlier scene. Could it be the mother goddess NữOa intervened? The Chinese people are overjoyed. NữOa once said she would act when needed. How terrifying. To defy the rules, NữOa must be a sage-level deity. Adong is filled with longing for the Eastern divine realm, hoping to uncover more secrets of creation. Then, a scorching presence emerges behind him. A blazing divine spear presses against Adong's back. You dare defy our celestial mother? Yet from the heavens, that resonant voice speaks again. Nhi, my humble servant, heed my call. Escort him to the Eastern realm. Adong grows even more eager. But then, a flicker of realization. You wish to take my life? I cannot grant that wish. I cannot die, nor leave that place. He means the Garden of Eden, for there is another waiting for me. If Adong is right, you must be the Eastern progenitor of humanity. As a mother yourself, you would not watch your child face death once more. Adong's intuition tells him, you would never watch your son face death again. Intuition told Adong that this person was the origin of Eastern humans. The secret art of human creation hidden within him must be astonishing. Since NữOa would not come down, then you must be killed. For the first time, Adong harbored the intent to kill Nhi. Those clear bright eyes instantly turned crimson. His parted hair was blown apart by an ominous wind. In less than a second, long golden hair grew out. Adong was seen snapping his fingers, unleashing a golden light that opened up a wall of colors. It has always been painful. How arrogant you are, looking down from above, abusing divine fists to enslave humans. I have tolerated you for a long time. Adong only knew that he was now terrifyingly powerful. Nhi remained unmoved by Adong's words. Previously, he was the demon child, but now, as he looked, an evil aura pervaded his entire being. Sun and moon are born together. 1,000 spirits return to the prime. Heaven and earth are immeasurable. The universe spins urgently like a command. Nhi chanted the spell, and the universe ring emerged. In an instant, the celestial eyes were shattered inch by inch. Adong changed his form. The colorless wall became a towering celestial abyss, colliding abruptly with that universe ring. This battle was officially joined at this very moment. The Bible says that Adong could not fight, but he was able to challenge God because of a supernatural technique. The abyss was heard shattering, and in an instant, a great staff swung out from the void. An absolute replica of the Monkey King's staff. It was only when the giant staff struck the universe ring that Nİ'A was stunned, realizing it was the Monkey King. While Nİ'A was in a daze, Adam had already seized his lifelong enemies. Shadow, that of the Monkey King himself. And Adam's ability was the supreme replication. The divine weapon was aimed squarely at the Great One. Was this not the unfinished battle from 500 years ago? If his ability was replication, could he not also replicate the sacred treasures of chaos? Of course not, certainly not. Only treasures from the same realm could be replicated by him. The Monkey King had left traces in the arena space, so the staff he had used could be replicated and condensed by Adam. However, Adam did not know that among the treasures that appeared in the arena, the most powerful was the demon-slaying sword of the Celestial Master. The arena. At this, a rare crazed look arose in Nİ'A's eyes. If only you were truly the Monkey King, how wonderful that would be. Alas, you fall far short. Remember, after the Monkey King returned from the arena, he attained the supreme transcendence. Even the great sage equaling heaven may not be his match. Fortunately, I, Nİ'A, have also completed my metamorphosis. I wonder whose is mightier, my fire-tipped lance or the Monkey King's immortal carrying pole? In a fleeting moment, the world turned dark. Who says Adam can't fight? The golden cudgel in his hand, as if possessed by the Monkey King himself. This is the terrifying power of absolute replication. Even the master's strength is perfectly replicated. Incredibly formidable, amidst the crisscrossing exchange, the three flames of true fire combined. The golden body technique. The more they fought, the more astonished Adam became. What did that man in the heavens do to you to elevate your strength to such heights? Unfortunately, he did not show it. Otherwise, I could replicate his power and easily suppress you. Adam truly couldn't fight before. He solely relied on his ability to replicate others. Even if he had replicated the power of God, it would be useless now. The demon-quelling spear retracted. It seemed he understood why Lady NữOa had asked him to bring Adam back. Perhaps it was because of this peculiar ability of Adam's. Seeing Adam gradually losing ground, I only then realized the power Adam replicated could only be utilized at 50% capacity. No wonder he was no match for Nİ'A. I frowned instantly. On the arena, there was not only the Monkey King, but also the Bodhi ancestor, the patriarch of the Tao. If Adam replicated their powers, not even 1% would be enough to crush Nİ'A. The battle was decided. You ultimately fell short of the Supreme Lord by 1,000,000 miles. Nİ'A shattered the golden cudgel with his spear. Yet in the next second, Adam revealed an expression of ecstasy. For he discovered, the strongest realm manifested in the arena space was a state called the Saintly Realm. The Patriarch of the Tao, borrowing your power, merely unveiled a corner of the Saintly Realm, like opening Pandora's box of chaotic, primordial forces. The power of creation erupted forth, instantly refreshing Adam's understanding. That power was too strong. Adam's face froze, unable to discern if he felt excitement or fear. The terrifying thing was, that power only unveiled a tiny glimpse. The arena space transformed from stellar to galactic to universal levels, evolving rapidly into infinite universes. Even order trembled, wanting to stop all this. My face paled, but it ultimately occurred. Adam replicated the Patriarch's power. The Patriarch's true might surfaced unceasingly. One should know, even the Patriarch himself did not cause such a tremendous commotion in his battle against the three immortals. Undoubtedly, in that battle, the Patriarch held back immensely. One by one, rays of divine light manifested. The myriad immortal formation, the immortal execution formation, the northern dipper crab. Sacred rhythms and melodies echoed. Nİ'A sensed the aura of sainthood, his hands covering his trembling body. The heretic Patriarch, the three demonic treasures, the celestial worthy saint, the celestial worthy. This is a formidable figure that even his master's ancestor, the primordial celestial worthy, would be wary of. How could it be possible? Even the arrogant Nİ'A became flustered. Terrifying forces combined with the supreme Tao poured madly into Adam. Yet within his body, he sensed a crisis. As if he had reached an unbearable edge, Adam lost control. He let out a howl. and the Garden of Eden materialized to suppress that force. It was not Adam who could not withstand it, but the celestial order itself. The arena was about to crack open. Almost instantly, Adam became like a deflated ball, his body hollowed out. At that moment, a thunderous voice entered Nez's ears. "Grandnephew who? What are you waiting for? Seize this chance to take his life." Neza loudly declared, "I obey the orders of my ancestral masters. This stratagem of the 34th rank shall ascend to the heavens." Even the celestial master of penetrating heaven incarnated as the spiritual treasure celestial worthy. His Tao was so profound. Even the primordial celestial worthy's dharma seemed flawed in comparison. "I won't let you get crushed." Embodying the celestial Lingbao heavenly worthy, the Tao was too entangled. With a fixed gaze, it seemed to lose its effect. Even the divine law of this heavenly worthy was altered, not afraid to burst you to death. Having said that, he casually called out to the celestial Empress NữOa across the void. "Your Majesty, after the Fengshan Great War, I haven't seen you come into the world again. It seems you are also disturbed." NữOa quickly responded, "The chaos in the heavens, even secluding myself, could hardly find tranquility. It's good to come out and take a look." The conversation between the great ones, always seeing through without saying it outright. On the other side, after being tricked by the celestial master Tonggukshuan, Adam lost all his abilities. The humiliation welled up in him, unsatisfied and unresolved. Among the Western deities, only Adam had personally experienced the power of a divine sage, that Tao, more formidable than God himself. Bewildered and astonished, he recalled his running under the sunset that day. That was his departed youth. The eagle in the Garden of Eden stole and ate a red fruit. After that, everything changed. It was on that very day, he pointed his sword to the sky, challenging God. That battle did not last too long. Even though he had replicated God's abilities, he could only fight to a draw. God threw 3 strikes, and he immediately surrendered. Since then, Adam witnessed the most powerful force in the world. Are deities truly invincible? NữOa raised her long spear, pointing it directly at Adam's brow. "You're mistaken. Even deities have strengths and weaknesses. As you can see, under your bizarre ability, even I, the great deity of the 3 Isles, had to yield slightly. Pardon my bluntness, but among so many deities, you didn't choose, but instead picked the most vicious one. You should know that celestial master Tonggukshuan is the most ruthless of the 3 teachings." There was a commotion outside the arena. Did the celestial master Tonggukshuan really take action to prevent the Westerners from taking advantage of the situation? I'd better explain. That wasn't our divine sage acting. Rather, the Western deity borrowed the divine sage's law and instead defiled himself. Seeing NữOa looking down from above, the battle situation was already clear. The Westerners collectively raged, feeling they had been tricked by the Eastern deities. "That's not the issue. It's that summoner," a gray-haired old man muttered. "I suspect the trajectory of fate has been reversed once. The new summoner of Dragon Country. He is the one who changed the course of fate. In other words, that kid is likely a reincarnator." Upon hearing these words, I also felt a bit uneasy. This is disappointing. "Well, I won't pretend anymore then. NữOa's fiery spear did not touch you again, killing Adam." Then she went back to report to the celestial Empress NữOa. Adam remained calm. Yet a gunshot swept Adam away. But it wasn't long before the bleeding neck healed itself automatically. Adam's face also regained its color, with a tinge of sighing. Indeed, he cannot die. Ever since God created him, he does not age or die. Even God himself cannot completely destroy him. Isn't that terribly powerful? With sleights of hand, Adam cannot fight, yet he can replicate all abilities. He is formidable enough. Moreover, he has superhuman healing, reincarnation, dream invasion powers. Adam is the progenitor of humanity, more like a perfect deity created by God. Yet he ended up as the origin of humans. How unfortunate, isn't it? Adam's tone was laced with provocation. With a crack, he shattered his own skull. A few seconds later, a new head grew out. "I see. If the Bagua furnace of Laozi were here, perhaps you could be refined after all." With that said, Nja silently recited the Taiji Bagua spell, creating a celestial furnace. Yet after some operations, Adam's body remained unscathed. But to everyone's surprise, another gate opened outside heaven. In an instant, a furnace lid carved with Bagua symbols burst through the sky, crashing onto the arena. I have intervened as well. How could I, the old man, be left out? Nja, try this. That Monkey King tarnished my Bagua furnace's reputation long ago. In fact, I didn't go all out back then. I purposely controlled the firing to the turning stones to gold state, which led to those fiery eyes of his. Yet it caused all beings in the three realms to think my furnace was a dud. What a terrible mistake. Here we go again. The Westerner swore vulgarly. But mid-sentence, he was struck by a thunderbolt for insulting the sage. Tired of living, were you? With one swipe of his rake, Nja dragged the Bagua furnace over. Thank you, Laozi. In fact, Laozi's power is on par with the Celestial Masters. Yet Nja does not fear Laozi. For if the Celestial Master is the cruelest in the three realms, then Laozi is undoubtedly the kindest sage of all. The moment he saw the Bagua furnace, Adam's eyes darted around. Before he could react, he was absorbed into its gaze. In that fleeting moment, agonizing screams came from within the furnace. Adam's body transformed back and forth, turning to ash then reforming again. After 100 cycles, he finally couldn't endure it. Laozi passed the Bagua fire monument to Nja, having ignited it to 12 times its normal intensity. Even the 7 colored stones NữOa used to mend the sky would likely have been refined by it. How audacious. The sage didn't even pretend. Just what is this fireman's background? Just what is this fireman's background? With sage after sage coming to his aid. The more it happens, the more humble the Westerners become. They dare not believe that when the mythological invasion occurs, and sages set foot in this realm, they may extend their dark hands toward the western heavens. After all, this mythological invasion does not merely invade the human realm. In my previous life, I reincarnated quickly, and was revived just as fast. It was after witnessing the Western deities' slaughter of the Chinese people. Yet I never saw them dare to set their sights on the heavenly realm. Now I ponder, deceiving those gods outside the gates, watching the Chinese people die miserably before their very eyes. Perhaps it was but an illusion. If the sages so desired, what could the mere heavenly gates do? They cannot withstand the heavenly gates, nor can they stop the sages. No one could even explain the true advent of the mythological arena. Cutting off all delusions, I dare not think too much. If this is all as set up, then I am but a tool, a mere pawn. With my current strength, I cannot change a thing. In this life, all myriad laws extinguished by the celestial flames. Once again, Nja chanted the great spell of sublimation, seeking to refine Adam into a revered immortal. Once solidified, even if Adam possessed heaven-defying abilities, he would find it hard to revert. Yet the unexpected still occurred. Within the Bagua furnace, amidst the molten gold emerged a silvery white apparition, extending a pair of translucent, beautiful feet into the raging flames. A woman of sublime beauty, with golden tresses, enveloped in an aureate glow. As the radiance enveloped Adam's body, it alleviated the furnace's onslaught. To everyone's surprise, Adam regained human form. The woman could no longer hold back her pleading. I beseech you, spare my beloved's life. I am Eve. I am willing to sacrifice my life in exchange for his. The mother of humanity. Alas, even Nja's heart softened. He withdrew the true flames, bathed in these fires. His flesh became sacred. Nja had achieved his goal. Yet if he did not die, it would be quite troublesome. Then Eve slowly rose to her feet. Without the furnace's flames, her clothes gradually materialized. A wedding gown. Ever since Eve learned of a wedding gown's existence, she had worn one like this. She harbored an unfulfilled desire. How she longed to be like ordinary people, to fall in love at first sight, 2 souls entwined, then to enter the marriage palace. Instead of naively being tricked into eating that forbidden fruit in her youth. No, it was not stealing, but a deception, and it was precisely for this reason that God imprisoned her in Adam forever in the Garden of Eden. This is the truth that the myths have never revealed. God created them, yet they despised God. This too is why Adam was obsessed with creating a new human race, to break free from God's control. Her words trailed off. Eve rose, cradling Adam's ashes in her arms. Nİ'A had already removed the Bagua furnace. A brilliant white light shone forth. Eve's expression was solemn. Then came her voice, "Be revived, my beloved." The ashes floated upwards, slowly, coalescing into a human form, relying on Adam's terrifying power of reincarnation. Life, death, flesh and bone, he required no external power to be infused, simply reviving like this. Even Nİ'A was struck dumb at the sight. Is this still human? Even when his spiritual pearl reincarnates, he must borrow the form of a lotus child. Erlong, how did you get out? Adam shielded Eve behind him. Go back. Nİ'A sought to kill him, but Adam raged, out of love for Eve. His fury flared, yet Eve seized the chance to subdue him. Once more sealed within Eden. Finally, Eve spoke, "Adam and I share the same origin. If one of us dies, the other perishes too. I can die in his stead." This claim was sanctioned by the heavenly gates. Then, before everyone's eyes, Eve leapt back into the Bagua furnace. It was so sudden that even Nİ'A failed to react. From within Eden came the sound of Adam's anguished roars. Reaching out, for the first time, he broke Eden's seal. Layer upon layer of golden light exploded, overturning everything. A teardrop rolled down his cheek. Watching helplessly as his beloved died a brutal death, it seemed Adam had also transcended, at least freeing himself from God's control in this state. Why are you so foolish? It should have been me who died. Only now did he feel the wrenching pain clearly. Eve's life and death. The Western women's faces seemed to lose their radiance. Before anyone could ponder further, thunderous rumblings came from the heavenly gates. They had actually opened. The heavenly gates opened, war was surely imminent. Yet outside, it happened again.